Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of the United Front Show. My name is Raz. Hope everybody's doing well. And guess what? So if you recall, I believe it's a couple of shows ago, we talked about how Bruno Fernandes and Mason Greenwood were in the running for a Premier League Player of the Month, for the month of June, that is. Well, the results are out and Bruno Fernandes has won it. So this is really special, and the reason it's special is because it is actually the second consecutive month that Bruno has won Premier League Player of the Month. The last time a United player accomplished that was Cristiano Ronaldo, and you know how long ago that was? 14 years ago, believe it or not. So huge accomplishment. Obviously, some similarities there in the fact that Ronaldo is from Portugal. Same thing with Bruno Fernandes. So for him to come here to to play in the Premier League, come to United and do his thing, and in his first year be able to accomplish what he has is really phenomenal. It's tremendous. He hasn't even been there a year yet, and already in the month of July he's already scored a goal. So look, this guy is looking good. Obviously he wouldn't be able to get that done without the supporting casts. He's got Paul Pogba there. Obviously, we've got Marcus Rashford, who's attracting some attention from, opposition defense. Same thing with Martial, who's playing his butt off as a number 9. You're seeing a difference out of his game. You're seeing Mason Greenwood. I mean, our team is stacked, and those boys are looking really good. So while Bruno Fernandes, obviously very happy that he's getting all the accolades and is looking good, I think it's important to recognize that this team is actually doing really well. Speaking of how well the team is doing, United, through the penalties that Bruno Fernandes scored in the last match, have now been awarded the most number of penalties this season. We have 13. Prior to that, I believe Leicester City also had 13, which is another record, and that's probably a couple of years ago or so. But here's the deal. Man United fans all across the world are coming under fire, and people saying, oh my gosh, that's all United can do is score penalties, and you've got the refs in your pocket again, just like Howard Webb back in the days and all of this. Look, at the end of the day, here's my argument to that. Take away the penalties, especially here as of late in the last month or two. How many goals have we been scoring? Would those penalties have made a difference? You may argue that, yeah, because psychologically, once a team goes down, well, guess what? Grow some, what I mean, and, stop whining about it. At the end of the day, if you have players who are attacking the box, who are getting in there, and you have Greenwood, who requires 2 players to be on him because they don't know if he's going to shoot with his left or with his right. You've got Martial, who's got very quick feet in the box. You've got Marcus Rashford. You've got Bruno Fernandes. We've got a really good attacking, side. And as long as we're making our way in the box, and as long as we are moving, I mean, those defenders are scared. When they just look at the front 3 that we have, and then in addition to that, you add Pogba and you have Bruno Fernandes. That's a whole different proposition that they have to work with. So look, let's have fun with it. You know what? Because at the end of the day, we're United and we keep marching on. So haters can hate. A lot of Spurs fans, especially Spurs. Oh my gosh. I mean, what have those guys ever won? Talking a lot of crap about moaning about penalties. Guess what? You got Mourinho. Focus on your own problems, okay? We're good where we are. And I can tell you that United are probably going to win the Europa League as well. And then we're probably going to make it in the top 4, meaning we're going to be playing Champions League. I mean, a lot of great things going our way. And speaking of the Europa League, I believe the schedule just came out. So United will either play a team from Turkey, Istanbul, and then Copenhagen in the quarterfinals. And then semifinals, we may face, I believe, Sevilla, Roma, or Wolves, I believe. And there could be another, one other team. Either way, it's looking really good, right? It's looking very good for Man United. Obviously there'll be some tricky games. Hopefully there won't be any injuries. Knock on wood, and a few others. So other than that, I think it's looking really awesome. This weekend, in terms of what the league looks like, I know that Leicester take on, I want to say, Bournemouth, and if that is the case, that is correct. Leicester take on Bournemouth on Sunday. I would like to be excited that Bournemouth could give Leicester a test, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that's going to happen. United don't play until Monday, pardon me, and we play Southampton then. Tomorrow they could be a good, solid game. I mean, worth watching. I'll definitely be watching that. Sheffield United versus Chelsea. So United are 2 points behind Chelsea, and we are a point behind Leicester. So if Sheffield United happen to pick out a point or maybe 3 points, that changes, everything that's going on. So that's going to be awesome. In addition to that, Bournemouth, can they really upset Leicester? I don't know. They might be able to give them some confidence, but we'll see. What really matters, though, is the fact that Leicester have some tough games coming up, and those results would definitely count. Let's talk a little bit about the papers. What's written in the papers today in the tabloids. I want to say that starting out with an alternative for Jadon Sancho, and this is being reported in the Manchester Evening. Apparently, United are looking at Ousmane Dembele, who plays for Barcelona. Not so sure that that would be a good move. By the way, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, Ousmane Dembele, injury prone, did really well back in France, and then goes to Barcelona and really hasn't done much. He's been injured a lot of the time, so I don't know. I'm not putting much into that at all. Not at all. In addition to that, I mean, where's he going to play? Right side? I mean, if he's coming in as a sub, maybe. But, I mean, how much is he going to cost? That's the other thing. It just doesn't seem right. Apparently, Manchester United are being linked, and this is coming from The Sun, with Ben Chilwell. So here's the left back for Leicester City. So, let's see. Who do we have at left back? We've got Luke Shaw. We got young Brandon Williams, who's looking really, really good. Here's the only way that I can see that happening. I can see Luke Shaw being converted into a CDM. So, I'm sorry, not a CDM. Being converted into a center defender. If he's going to be converted into a center defender, right, then we can see Ben Chilwell and Brandon Williams playing on the left side, right? I mean, they'll be alternating, obviously, assuming Ben Chilwell is the one that gets to start. I think Chelsea are, Ben Chilwell's next destination. So I don't even want to entertain that, but all I can say is Luke Shaw has been looking very, very good in defense. I mean, he's taken his game to another level. Seems like he's over the injury problems that, stopped him there for a while in advancing. So we'll see what that looks like. Federico Chiesa, who plays for Fiorentina. Apparently Manchester United and Newcastle are the only two teams that are going in for him. I can't tell you much about him because I don't know, but I'll definitely check him out on YouTube and see what we can find out. Apart from that, I mean, that's really it. Looking at, seeing what happens this weekend, and I'll be back on Monday, and Monday's going to be fun because, you know what, United play Southampton, and then right after that, I'll be here to give you some great news. I hope you guys have some great plans for this weekend. Watch a lot of games. Let's see how United go. Until then, I am out.